Blessed love and blessings up. JERMALL CHARLO defeats Dennis Hogan by 7th round KO, but Dennis Hogan puts up a pretty good account of himself. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Real Life Boxing.
Blessed love and blessed day. Oh, boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fight nation. It's Coach Fine. This is Real Life Boxing. JERMALL CHARLO defeats Dennis Hogan via 7th round KO. Hey, Dennis Hogan put up a pretty good fight, though. Before we get into it, I'm going to ask you guys to smash on the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you can be notified when all things are being uploaded on Real Life Boxing. Let's get into it. Pretty good fight while it lasted. I mean, Dennis Hogan, like I said, he put up a really good account of himself, put up a really good fight, really crafty fighter. I know a lot of people, they're going to look at Dennis Hogan and they're going to say he's a bum. A lot of casual fans, they're going to say he's a bum. This guy fought Jaime Munguia, and a lot of people felt like he beat Jaime Munguia, who is a much bigger fighter. They fought at 154, and Jaime just moved up to 160 pounds. He's going to make his 160-pound debut against Spike Sullivan. A lot of people feel like Dennis Hogan won that fight. He's a really awkward, crafty, good fighter at the same time. Just really awkward. Awkward in everything. His movement is awkward. His punching is awkward. Everything is awkward on this guy. You know what I'm saying? Just one of those just a difficult fighter to fight, a difficult fighter to land hard, clean punches against. You know what I mean? Just because his movement is so I'm just watching this fight and I'm like laughing the whole time because he just looked funny in there. You know what I'm saying? The way he was moving, he just looked funny. Really awkward fighter, but he's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of people, they're gonna look at that. Of course, you know, Charlo should have stopped him, which he did. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they're not gonna give Charlo credit for the victory because they're gonna say that this guy is a bum, which he's not a bum. He's a really good fighter, and you guys probably gonna see that in more upcoming fights with this kid Dennis Hogan. But like I said, shout out to Dennis Hogan for coming in, and you know, he came to fight. He was actually trying to body Charlo, being a smaller man, trying to put his body on Charlo, trying to push Charlo back sometimes. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, he was backpedaling and you know, on the back foot, but he did step inside sometimes. He would come inside to Charlo, bang up a little bit, hold, try to push Charlo back. Just real crafty, you know, crafty fighter. You know what I'm saying? Those Irish fighters, hands high, moving all over the place. Just non-conventional, movement. You know what I'm saying? It's not like fundamental movement that you would be used to. So it's really it's difficult to fight fighters like that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to JERMALL CHARLO because he really kept his pose. He really stayed composed. You know what I'm saying? And you know, did what he had to do, and eventually got the job done. He was working behind the jab, and like I said, this guy is a difficult guy to fight. You know what I'm saying? He's a difficult guy to fight. Everything was awkward about this guy. Everything. His movement, his punching while he's moving, just weird punches, that weird like left hook that he kept doing from I can't even call it a left hook. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a jab, but he comes from the outside with it, almost like he's coming from a hook angle, but it's not a hook. You can't really call it a hook. Just really weird fighter. You know what I'm saying? But Charlo was able to do what he had to do against a fighter like this because obviously, you know what I'm saying, people would want Charlo to knock this guy out, especially if Charlo's going to be calling for the bigger fights, which he's been calling for the bigger fights. He's going to have to keep knocking, you know, guys like this out. People thought that Charlo lost to Matt Korobov, even though I thought he won that fight. And then he came back and had a mediocre performance against Brandon Adams. You know what I mean? And now this fight again tonight, just in a fight with a really awkward fighter. Brandon Adams was really awkward, really crafty. And now Dennis Hogan tonight, just really awkward, really crafty, and really a really difficult fighter to deal with. You know what I'm saying? For anyone. You know what I mean? Just really awkward. Just really awkward. Like I said, a lot of times I'm looking at this fight and I'm literally laughing at this dude because it just looks so awkward. You know what I'm saying? Just look mad funny. But he was beefing. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to do his thing. He didn't go out like no, you know what I'm saying? He didn't go out like a chump. He got dropped early with a hard single left, with a left uppercut that Charlo set up nice. And then he got finished with a single left hook that Charlo set up very nice off of a feint. He feinted like he was going to throw a jab, and then he feinted with his head, and then he threw a left hook that, that caught Dennis Hogan flush on his chin. He went down. He got up wobbly. Referee said, nah, he doesn't like the way his eyes looked. And he wasn't steady on his legs, so he was still on wobbly legs. So good stoppage, because this would have been like the Charlo Cota fight when Charlo dropped the dude and then the referee let the guy continue, and then Charlo just comes back and knocks him out cold. That's exactly what it would have been like. So you don't need hurt fighters to take unnecessary punishment. But good showing by JERMALL CHARLO. I like that he stayed posed. I like that he stayed he stayed sound, he stayed disciplined, and stuck with the game plan, and eventually got this really awkward and crafty fighter out of there in Dennis Hogan. But shout out to both guys for coming out the fight safe. You guys know that we always do that at Real Life Boxing. You guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Maybe looks like JERMALL CHARLO and Chris EUBANK will be fighting next. That would be a good fight. Maybe JERMALL CHARLO and Andrade in the future, or now we have Chris EUBANK and Andrade. Throw Canelo up in the mix, whatever. But there's good fights up there to be made, so I hope that these guys get the good fights that they're looking for. You guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Until then, keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times. Peace and one love. So if you like this video and you would like to see more great content like this on the channel, go to the PayPal link or the Cash App link in the description and show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. This is Real Life Boxing.